So good morning all, good morning once again, and let's begin the most awaited program because you all have enrolled for such a program which is happening first time in India, and we are all witnessing this event now because yes, uh, with all the participants, with all the candidates who have already registered, and our batch is ready to start. Our classes will soon start in the next week. And today we have gathered here on this auspicious day of Vijayadashami of Dasara to inaugurate the program. So before we move on to the program, I welcome all the guests. I will be introducing all the guests when they speak. But formally, all of you, thank you very much for joining this function. And all the faculty members and all the candidates, you are all welcome to this function. Let me quickly tell you the flow of the program. So to begin with, I will ask our founder director of GGIM, Guardian Giripremi Institute of Mountain, make a preamble of the course. After that, the head of department, the director have the opening address by Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Nitin Karmalkar sir. Post that we will have Dr. Umarani sir, Pro VC of Savitribai Phule Pune University, to speak on. Then we will Institute of Mountaineering in Uttarkashi, and which is one of the institutes where we will have the training sessions. So he will speak, and then we will have the president of Indian Mountaineering Foundation, Brigadier Ashok Abbey, to address all of us. This is going to be the largely flow of the program. और मैं ये सबको बताना चाहूँगा कि in this program we will be using Hindi and English as official communication language. Or at the end of the program, when we will be having the display of the schedule of program, that time you can ask questions if you have. That time our senior instructor and syllabus and content head Vivek Shivde will tell us about the whole schedule of the program. That time we can talk and we can ask questions. Till then, I request you all to please keep your mics on mute and let's hear all these dignitaries to what they wish to say. And let's begin this program. So I quickly hand over to Mr. Umesh Jirpe. Let me quickly introduce Umesh Jirpe sir. Umesh Jirpe sir is awarded with Shiv Chhatrapati Sports Award, which is the highest sports award in Maharashtra state. And he is the leader of 8 successful 8,000 expeditions, 8,000 meter expeditions. जो भी 8,000 मीटर के ऊपर peaks हैं, उन सारे peaks के 8 expeditions गिरिप्रेमी ने किए, and all the expeditions were led by Umesh. And he is also the founder director of GGIM, Guardian Giripremi Institute of Mountaineering. So I request Mr. Umesh Jirpe sir to speak up. Umesh Jirpe sir.
Thank you, Bhushan. Namaste. Good morning. And first of all, happy Dasara to all of you. आप सबको विजयादशमी की बहुत बहुत बधाई हो. And yes, I want to apologize. Sorry बोलना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि थोड़ा लेट हो गया. But आपको सबको मालूम है कि आज का दिन क्या है, तो सुबह से सब लोग बिजी है और हम लोग ने भी ये ऐसा मतलब एक तय किया था कि दशहरे के दिन हम लोग ये बहुत डिफरेंट कोर्स जो इंडिया में चालू रहा है, इसका इनॉग्रेशन भी आज दशहरे का दिन करेंगे और आज वो दिन आ गया है. तो यस, आई वार्मली वेलकम वाइस चांसलर ऑनरेबल सर डॉक्टर नितिन करमलकर सर, who is Vice Chancellor of Savitribai Phule Pune University, one of the top 10 university from our country. I also welcome Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Umarani sir, Brigadier Ashok Abbey sir, who is the President of Indian Mountaineering Foundation, which is the apex body of mountaineering from our country. and Colonel Amit Bisht sir, who is a veteran mountaineer and principal of Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, which is one of the premier leading mountaineering training institute from our country, and also associated with this course. And Deepak sir, Director, Board of Sports and Physical Education, and all the staff of SPPU who are present, and all of you. I also warmly welcome all faculties, respectable faculties. They are also present for this today's inaugural function. And yes, I once again welcome you all for this historic course, opening of this diploma course. Yes, in 1982, Giripremi, one of the leading mountaineering club from India, was established by veteran mountaineers Srimati Ushaprabha Page, Anand Palande. Both are present today with a vision, with the aim to spread the culture of adventure in our society. For last 39 years, Giripremi is organizing many expeditions, mountaineering expeditions, many activities. Giripremi has organized more than 50 Himalayan expeditions, more than 100 plus rock climbing expeditions, many trekking programs, and many other activities like lectures, exhibition, and many things, all with the aim to develop adventure culture in our society. And yes, a big dream of all Giripremians, the first of its kind of mountaineering training institute from South India was established by Giripremi in 2015, Guardian Giripremi Institute of Mountaineering. So, with a logo, with a sentence, Ananda Sati Giryaron, Mountaineering for Happiness, Giripremi is working for last 39 years. Next year, we are celebrating our 40 years. And with another motto, Adventure for All, GGIM has been started, and GGIM has also completed 6 years. So we believe that adventure must be part of education. And for that purpose, we were trying to bring a curriculum, bring a syllabus of adventure in our education system. I heartfully thank all the faculties, especially VC sir, Pro VC sir, Mane sir, for the contribution. Because of their support only, we are able to start this historic diploma in our country. And yes, sure, I am very thankful to Colonel Bisht sir, Principal NIM, and Brigadier Ashok Abbey, who is our mentor for a lot of support for this diploma course. We believe that adventure, which grooms personality of an individual, which is an experiential learning process. I always say that adventure or mountaineering is beyond adventure sports. It is a lifestyle, and in which a person develops his leadership qualities, his decision making, team spirit, and many other things. And adventure makes finally a person physically and mentally fit. So we were taking efforts to frame these adventure values, to frame these adventure in a systematic way. And my team has taken a lot of efforts for the same. I once again express my wholehearted gratitude to VC sir, Pro VC sir, Mane sir, Brigadier Ashok Abbey sir, Colonel Bisht sir, who have supported, and all the SPPU staff who have supported to start this initiative. And of course, I welcome all of you for joining this first historic diploma batch in Mountaineering and Allied Sports. I assure you for the best teaching from the team of experienced mountaineers who are faculties for this diploma course, and all these respectable faculties are present today. I warmly welcome all of you. Once again, thanks to all of you, thanks to SPPU staff, thanks to VC sir, Pro VC sir, Bisht sir, Abbey sir, and good luck to all of you for this wonderful course. Thank you. जय हिंद.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Umesh Jirpe sir. And after preamble by Umesh Jirpe sir, let's move on next in our program. So now I would like to request Dr. Deepak Mane sir, who is the Director of Sports and Education Board in SPPU, Savitribai Phule Pune University. And to talk about Mane sir basically what we have been knowing Mane sir since 2011. And when we were planning our first Everest expedition, and that time a few of our climbing members were student of SPPU. And that time, Dr. Deepak Mane sir had encouraged for their participation in Everest expedition, and he had also took a lot of efforts to help them financially through SPPU. So he is very keen sportsman, and he is always after putting all the sports activity to colleges and maximum colleges of which come under Pune University. He also takes initiative to run various initiatives under Khelo India and things like that. So an avid sportsman and a supporter of mountaineering, Dr. Deepak Mane sir, I would like to request you to please address all of us. Mane sir.
Thank you, Bhushan. Good morning, everybody. For this today's inaugural session, and welcome for the students of Diploma in Mountaineering and Allied Sports, first batch. For this function, I especially welcome Dr. Nitin Karmalkar sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Savitribai Phule Pune University, Dr. S Umarani sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, Brigadier Ashok Abbey, President of Indian Mountaineering Foundation, Colonel Amit Bisht, Principal, Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Uttarakhand, all my colleagues from Savitribai Phule Pune University, all the members of Giripremi, and the students who had made us proud for taking admission in first batch. I first of all wish you all happy Vijayadashami and welcome you all for this inaugural function of welcoming the first batch. So already Umesh Jirpe ji has very well elaborated his opinion and the course which we are being teaching you for the next coming academic year. So I must thank all of you for giving us a overwhelming response for the admission of this course. Around about 136 students have applied, and among which 50 have been selected at the first stage. Most probably, Honorable Vice Chancellor is very keen and taking interest that much more students should be getting admission for this course. So in coming period of time, we'll be taking some technical decisions with his guidance and Honorable Pro VC sir's guidance. And let's see much more students get the benefit and join this course. Basically, in a new education policy, we thought that mountaineering should not remain only as an adventure activity, but it contains a lot of technical information and technical knowledge, which could have helped the students for their profession, for their ambition, for their, those who take this as an activity for their health. So nutrition, anatomy, physiology, then course content, we have been very drafted technically with all scientific components incorporated in that, and hope this first batch, and we have to learn a lot from this first batch. Hope these students are very lucky who are taking admission. Very shortly, we are upcoming with some certificate courses also. So because we all know that we are being located in a Sahyadri range, which has a lot of mountains here, and all the students who are dropouts from the schools and colleges who are basically located near the Sahyadri ranges, where a lot of pilgrims visit the mountains for mountaineering. So we are in Savitribai Phule Pune University with leadership of Dr. Karmalkar. We are planning one project for all the affiliated colleges which are located in the range of Sahyadri. We are making them as a sub-centers, and in short period of time, we will be running the certificate courses of mountaineering and allied sports in that area, so that the students from that area, they can complete this course and work as mentors in that region, so that the pilgrims who come there, they will be undertaking his guidance. Where we people go to Everest, we take the help of Sherpas. So these will be our all the students who will qualify their certificate or diploma course. We will be looking for their better prospects in this field. So I will not take much of your time. So I welcome all the students, all the staff faculties, rather than the staff faculties from SPPU, all the Giripremi faculties will be taking care of theories and practicals, because in this course some practicals will be conducted in Sahyadri ranges and some practicals will be conducted in Himalayas. So I wish all of you all the best for this course. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Mane sir. Thank you so much for such a wonderful address. जैसा अभी सर ने कहा कि already we can see about 78 people in the meeting. तो yes sir, अभी सारे faculty members जो है हमारे they are also in the meeting. All the students who have enrolled they are in the meeting. So अगर एक मोटा मोटी कहा जाए, for everyone's information, there are 44 admissions and one admission is yet to be confirmed. So almost 45 students have enrolled for the first batch. और उन लोगों को सिखाने के लिए इन फैकल्टी ग्रुप, इन द फैकल्टी जो पूरा हमारा फैकल्टी का ग्रुप है उसमें we have about 28 to 30 qualified faculties, including there are some PhD doctors, there are geologists, there are obviously high altitude experts and mountaineers, and there are some doctors as well, like professional doctors or So with all this 78 people, we'll proceed this meeting to the most important moment of today's meeting, which is inaugural address for this diploma in mountaineering course. And for this inaugural address, I'll be calling to talk on this meeting Dr. Karmalkar sir, Dr. Nitin Karmalkar, who is the Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Savitribai Phule Pune University. Yes, he is an avid, he's a renowned scientist, and he works in geology and igneous petrology. He is the head of Department of Environmental Science in SPPU, and also has published numerous journals across international journals. About Dr. Karmalkar sir, he was also a chief guide, or I would say mentor, for our 2019 eco expedition to Mount Kanchenjunga. In 2019, Giripremi took an eco expedition to Kanchenjunga, in which we collected a lot of samples, soil samples, and some flora, fauna, and environmental samples, and which were given to different science institutes or research institutes in and around Pune. And for that, Karmalkar sir has guided us a lot in that entire project. And Himalayas is very fond of Dr. Karmalkar. Yeah, Dr. Usually visits Himalayas for his projects, and I welcome Dr. Nitin Karmalkar for this today's opening address, and I request him to address all of us. Karmalkar sir.
Thank you for the brief introduction. It's indeed a pleasure to be with you all for this wonderful occasion, and that on a very auspicious day. It's called Vijayadashami, or in Marathi it's called Simol Langan. So we are really actually crossing the boundaries, and for the first time, in fact, mountaineering is getting introduced as an academic sort of a discipline under the umbrella of Savitribai Phule University, with the hand-holding of Giripremi. I'm thankful to Umesh Ji Jirpe. In fact, we had discussion, deliberation that went on for quite some time, although I was associated with them, with Giripremi, for many years. But actually, the discussion got culminated into the development of this diploma course initially, and which obviously has been looked at by many organizations, because the geology people, especially those who are working in high altitude region, in fact, require this kind of a training also. So it is just not mere mountaineering, but in fact, those professionals working in high altitude region also would get immensely benefited. And accordingly, the curriculum to an extent seems to have been designed as such. I, being a person from geology, I spent my life, in fact, working in the Himalayan terrain, especially in the region of Dras, Kargil, and subsequently into the Ladakh region. And that is the reason, in fact, I was looking at this particular course very closely. And I thought perhaps this would also help to my fraternity, especially the geological community as such. In fact, mountaineering, although it's been uh, have kindled interest in among many, but actually most of them generally do not have a proper training, and because of which many times we have seen kind of mishaps happening. So basically, to take care of all that, we require to have a very scientific sort of a methodology that needs to be adopted, and keeping that in mind, in fact, the curriculum was so designed as such. Uh, Umesh Jirfe, in fact, has been actually in the forefront for many such expeditions and have a very long experience at his back. And because of, in fact, his own interest, there are many other organizations who actually are working in similar region, similar arena. They also have joined hands with us. And that is the reason, basically, I think this is going to be more or less a kind of an USP course of the Savitribai Phule Pune University in years to come as such. Although presently I have seen the number of when we declared this particular course, there was overwhelming response, and we have 45 people so far seems to have registered for this particular course. From the very first batch, we in fact intend to understand uh, many things. In fact, it's going to be a learning process for the Savitribai Phule Pune University also. And accordingly, we have kept the syllabus very dynamic. As need arises, perhaps we will be making the required changes accordingly. So I'm pretty sure with the subject expertise that is available with the Giripremi, as well as basically the people who actually are in connect with Giripremi, all of them, they would come on page, in fact, in making the syllabus more robust. Of course, the first batch and the experience is going to actually make us understand if there are any lacunas, and if so, we would try to actually address them in the subsequent batch as such. And it's not necessarily only higher to region, but even in the Sahyadri mountain range also, a couple of expedition keeps on happening, and there are many students, in fact, interested in doing so. And therefore, I'm so happy that we have been providing basically this kind of a platform through which all of
Hello. I think there has been some network issue with Dr. Karmalkar, sir.
the physical science department, especially the director of physical education, Dr. Deepak Ji Mane, and the entire team of Giripremi, because most of the subject expertise lies with Giripremi and the associated organizations. So I declare the opening of this particular diploma course, and wish every one of you a very wonderful time in the coming next 3 or 4 months while doing this particular course. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And I request every one of you to unmute your mic and clap for this great announcement made by Dr. Karmalkar, sir, that we have opened this course. And great. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And yeah, I think after we have celebrated this, we can again mute our mics so that we can move on to the program. So, like sir very rightly said, this is the first time this kind of course is happening, and to put all the knowledge on paper and to put everything in the syllabus, to make a structure, to give the administrative support and administrative structure to that. It was very tough job, and for that we got a lot of support and guidance from the entire university people. So from the department as well, Dr. Vishnu Petkar, and then admin staff. And along with that, the most important person who we received a lot of support, like every time we had some doubt or query, we used to approach him and he used to give us the solution on that. And that is Dr. S Umarani, the Pro VC of Savitribai Phule Pune University. He is into administration and he's into education for last 35 years. And currently he is working as a research guide in business administration for PhD and MPhil students at SPPU. So Dr. S Umarani sir is also very well associated with Giripremi, and he was one of the participants of the expedition or support expedition, I would call, which we had planned to Kalsubai Peak, which is the highest of Maharashtra. And we had appealed people from Maharashtra in 2011 when we were planning to go to Everest. You can support the expedition of Everest, which is highest of Himalayas, by reaching to the highest point of highest peak in Maharashtra, which is Kalsubai. And for that, we received a lot of response, enormous response. Around 500 people had gathered. And in that expedition, S Umarani sir was there. And I now request Dr. S Umarani sir to please give his address to all of us. Umarani sir.
Thank you, Bhushan. Thank you so very much. Good morning to all. Honorable Vice Chancellor and all the dignitaries present for this very, very important inaugural function, combinedly organized by Savitribai Phule Pune University and Giripremi. Basically, I love the work of Giripremi. Minimum in last 10-12 years, I have witnessed the achievements and contribution and many wonderful assignments Giripremi has accomplished. Therefore, I am proud of the great work done by Giripremi in the field of adventure sports. Taking the opportunity, I greet everybody who is present for this a very, very eminent program for inaugurating Diploma in Mountaineering. Friends, Savitribai Phule Pune University has been pioneer in number of avenues and spectrums and areas, especially considering and taking into the needs of the people, society, industry, business. Even the people who are engaged in startup culture and entrepreneurship. A number of ways this university has been constantly cooperating and collaborating with the persons, individuals, and organizations. This partnership with Giripremi is a part of that great tradition and legacy on the campus. It's a great pleasure for me as a tracker, as a teacher, to be part of this inaugural function. I basically believe that education must reach to the always bottom of the pyramid, whether it is school education or college education, university education, taking the help of the experts in various areas and spectrums, and same thing is happening. So teachers alone nowadays are capable to deliver the knowledge, skill sets, attitude, and even values are required today. Therefore, a partnership is very, very important. In order to lead any organization, in order to take the decision, in order to devise the policies, you need to have a mental courage as well as physical fitness. No doubt, this course is going to help the individuals, students, officers, executives, businessmen, traders, even teachers, researchers in various areas. This course has been designed taking into account the contours of credit system propounded by University Grant Commission, with very rigorous and religious implementation of credit system, then evaluation, practical, theory part. We have taken care. Our students will get world-class inputs in the classroom, even on the field, even when they engage in surveys, report writing, they face the vivas, even practical training. The teachers who are especially coach those who are trained in this area have been appointed in order to give the lecture, give the coaching training. And not only Savitribai Phule University, from Uttarkashi, Nehru Institute is going to cooperate and collaborate and provide all types of logistic and expertise for this course. Only thing is that we have to keep in mind, as Umesh has rightly opined in the beginning, what is important is happiness. Our country needs to enhance the level of happiness index where we are. In order to enhance happiness index for the society and the whole nation, such courses are very, very important. Professional competence as well as courage and confidence. That is going to happen in this course. Not only certificate, but weightage of this course is going to help you in your career, whether you are in business, in research area, or teaching, wherever you are working. For that world of work, you are going to bring in some sort of cutting edge expertise through this curriculum. I have gone through the whole content of this course. I'm very, very happy to tell you that, yes, this is the world-class curriculum, and teachers and coach, those are going to teach you, are par excellence. Therefore, I appeal everybody, most important thing in any sports, working in any organization, you have to take some sort of a risk, but that risk has to be very, very calibrated and calculated. So motto in mountaineering and trekking is safety. Safety first. You have to be there. Mountains are there. They will be there. So in order to enjoy the trekking and mountaineering, safety is first. And all the safety measures are going to be taught through this course. I'm very, very happy to be part of this great event. I congratulate all the students for taking admission to this very, very useful diploma in Giripremi and as well as SPPU. Once again, on the occasion of Vijayadashami, I wish all the best. Thank you so very much for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Umarani sir. Thank you very much. And moving on to the program. Yes, I would like to tell you all that this is going to be very unique course. आप सबने already we have been interacting for like more than 2 months now, और सब लोगों को सब course के structure मालूम है, क्या क्या होने वाला है मालूम है, and you all know that this course has something unique in it, which is the Himalayan training. और जैसे ये कोर्स हमारा डिक्लेयर हुआ था विद सावित्रीबाई फुले पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी, we got a call on the next day from Nehru Institute of Mountaineering and Colonel Amit Bisht, who is the current principal of Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. He actually supported us, helped us in designing and conducting the whole Himalayan part of this course in Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, and he took initiative to make this happen. And now we have that particular part of high altitude training in our syllabus because of initiative by Colonel Amit Bisht sir. So Colonel Amit Bisht sir, principal of Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, which is the apex mountaineering institute of India. He's an avid mountaineer and a former instructor at high altitude warfare school, Gulmarg, and in Siachen battlefield. He's an experienced aviator also, so he flies army helicopters and he has experience of flying army helicopter more than 3,500. Recently, he has also
Hello. I think
Yes,
there
sir.
is
Yeah, Umesh, may I say something now?
no, yes, sir. You please start. There was something problem in the connectivity, but yes, I request Colonel Bish sir to give his best wishes to all of our students. Bish sir, please.
Thank you, Umesh. Thank you, Bhushan. Jai Hind to all of you. And first of all, I would like to congratulate the whole team, which is behind this endeavor of starting this mountaineering and allied sports. As most of you are aware that NIM, which is Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, and we are conducting a lot of courses since 1965. And our main courses are basic mountaineering course, advanced mountaineering course, search and rescue, MOI, and recently we have started sport climbing, skiing, and a few other adventure sports. First of all, this particular start, I'm very glad that we are the part of this particular endeavor, and we generally say mountaineer. Most of the mountaineer they are do mountaineering with a passion. Now I am very happy that now particular this passion we have connected with the profession, and in coming time all these trainees who are part of this particular institute and who will undergo this training, they are going to benefit it from it. And one thing I would like to share with you, just a few months back, I got a lot of calls from all over the world that they wanted to do something which is bigger than this particular small short courses, other 28 days or 14 days. So, and they just shared with me like the maximum chunk of Himalayas is with the India. So I have no answer. They wanted to do the diploma course of 6 months to 1 year. So this particular thing I discussed with Umesh, and this particular idea started like we must start all these courses. Yeah, this is the endeavor, totally a total endeavor of Umesh, but the discussion was very fruitful, and we just started this course. And I can assure you all the trainees that in coming time, India will be the lead. It will play the lead role in adventure sports. We have all the ingredients which are required. We have high mountains, we have snow, we have water, we have desert. You name a thing, that is in India. And day is not far when we are going to play the lead role in adventure sports, allied sports. Whenever I can ensure all the trainees after their initial training, the theoretical part in Pune, and their few rock climbing and other technical things in Sahyadris, whenever they are going to come in the Himalayas to our institute, I can assure you the on-job training which are going to get will be the best. And the particular plan, the particular 25 to 30 days on-job training which we have planned for you in Himalayas, that will be very fruitful. And I want Umesh to please ensure the few things will be added in this particular course which you're conducting there, like a few things which gel with the mountaineering, like knowledge of flora, fauna, camera handling, video recording, because it's a passion which is going to keep them young. This is the only sport game which you can do throughout your life. It's not like the other game. It's a passion, it's a profession. So when all these things will gel together, the students or the trainee, they are going to benefit it a lot here. We generally don't, I generally tell my trainees we are not making mountaineers, we are making the good human beings which have a good connect with the Mother Earth, with the nature. And we are teaching them how to coexist our existence. So I can ensure all the trainees, this particular 1-year diploma and the particular stay at NIM for 30 days is going to change your life. We will make you satisfied, will make you people who can live their life in mountains, who can enjoy their passion, and the profession thing is always there. So at the end, my best compliments to Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Karmalkar, Pro Vice Chancellor, and all the people who are behind starting this diploma, especially Umesh and Bhushan, and the trainees. I just wish you very bright future, and I'm looking forward to see you here at NIM. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a lovely speech, and thank you very much. We definitely look forward to see you soon at NIM. And yes, moving on, we are going towards the end of our program, and now I would like to call upon on camera to speak with us Brigadier Ashok Abbey. He's the senior most mountaineer in India, and he is currently the president of Indian Mountaineering Foundation, which is the apex body which governs all the mountaineering activity in our country. He's a very experienced mountaineer, and he's very passionate mountaineer who has been doing mountaineering. Just a second. Yeah, who has been doing mountaineering for decades, and I can say from ever since he was in school. And he has climbed extensively, led and participated in many Indian and international mountaineering expeditions in Himalaya, Karakoram, and adjoining mountaineering ranges. The association of Abbey sir and Giripremi also goes long back in 2010, when in 2009, Abbey sir was there in Giripremi's office, and we had planned expedition to Mount Noon, which is a 7,000-meter mountain. And Giripremi, from the beginning, has been doing a lot of technical mountaineering and different mountaineering. And that time also, Ashok Abbey sir gave us very valuable guidance and inputs regarding Mount Noon. And that Mount Noon expedition was successful, and entire team of Mount Noon, which climbed 7,000 feet, 7,000 meter, was then part of Mount Everest expedition. And ultimately, they all became good mountaineers. So, Brigadier Ashok Abbey sir, I would like to request you to please deliver your speech, and wish all the best to all of us. Ashok Abbey sir.
Morning, Bhushe, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, good morning, everybody. And at the outset, thank you for that wonderful introduction. Let me also begin by wishing all the dignitaries, all the members of the GGIM present, the students and the faculty, a very happy Vijayadashami. Indeed, it's an auspicious day to kickstart this unique venture. Before anything else, I would just like to congratulate GGIM, which is the core of this group, as I see it, for getting this very important, I would say, a course in place, which has not only bearing now, but will also have a lot to do in the future, provided how things really shape up from here. So my congratulations to GGIM, and I think this course the Diploma in Mountaineering and Allied Sports, what you're actually starting today. It's a testimony to your vision, to your perseverance, and to your commitment. Of course, along with the other stakeholders and partners, which is actually seeing the light of day. And I'm sure that this is only the beginning. And I have no doubt that as we go along in time, there will be others, other universities, other institutions who would like to follow and possibly follow your footsteps. So my congratulations again for working very hard and very doggedly on this project for over many years. Of course, I am a witness to Giripremi's stellar achievements over the past decade, and I've been associated, for a long time. And your institution has a special place in my heart because of the excellent work and the excellent, contribution you've made, not only to adventure, but also, to other aspects such as disaster, coming in the time of, assistance and aid when required, whether it's in the high Himalaya or in the Sahyadris, or, your safety initiatives, your care for the environment. So please keep going on this aspect. To begin with, let me just say that this is a win-win situation, because here you have GGIM, which is at the core of this. You have the Savitribai Phule University, which is one of the top universities of our country, who are hand in glove with you in this. And of course, most importantly, you have the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Uttarkashi, which is actually going to give you the playground to actually train your students who are going to be part of this course. Because without the Himalaya, it's like, learning swimming pool in a pool which has really no water. So this is the crux of it. And of course, the Sahyadris are a very, very important playground before that, before we actually get onto the Himalayas. So my compliments to all the stakeholders. And I have no doubt that the Savitribai Phule University will continue to support GGIM and the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering in taking this course even to greater heights. So my compliments to you. Let me begin by a very famous saying by what a gentleman called Kurt Hahn once said. Incidentally, I'm sure at least some of the academicians here would have heard of Kurt Hahn, who is considered to be one of the greatest educationists of our times. And he said, I quote, without the instinct for adventure in the youth and the young people, nations must wilt and wither. So this implies that any country which doesn't have a streak of adventure in them, well, as far as the future of that country is concerned, there is also always going to be a question mark. But what is really happening in India at the moment is that, as I see it, being at the national, apex body here, that more and more people are coming into the mountains to climb, whether they are coming there to climb, trek, and do whatever they want. The fact is that more people are coming into the mountains. And as rightly said by one of the speakers, before me, that it is important that, we have also the safety aspect as part of it. And perhaps of late, why we've been having a number of accidents is we probably need to understand the environment better. And when I say the environment, it is not the environment per se, but the environment of climbing, the whole environment of actually going out into the mountains and carrying out adventure activities. So this is a very, very important aspect. And for that, it is very important that, you actually understand that what is this game about. Now, to really look at things and the students that you have for this course, who are the most important component, I would also like to congratulate them, these 45 odd students who are going to be picked up. And I have no doubt that your course is going to be fully subscribed, if not oversubscribed. That you are a very, very important part of this. When this course really takes off, you are going to have your teachers or your staff of GGIM, which is going to be one corner, and you people are the other corner. And of course, to mediate between both of you and to guide you and to give you that backing is going to be the University of Pune, the Savitribai Phule University. And then, of course, you are going to have the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, which is going to give you that value addition. So the core of this are the students. And to the students who are listening to this, remember that you are the torch bearers of this very, very important course. If you learn well, you assimilate well, you will really take this forward. You will take this forward in a big way, because once people or the environment, they see your performance, they see the way you conduct yourself post doing this course, there will be many, many takers to follow your footsteps. But if they find that, somehow you have not really made the best of this time, well, I'm afraid it could also go the other way. So you are a very, very important aspect of this, this entire course, and on you will depend what really, you need to pick up from this course. Now, I have seen the course syllabus, I have seen the duration. You're going to have a few online classes, and then you will be going for your practical work. But remember that it is important for you to understand not only the theoretical aspects, but also the practical aspects. In fact, it is from the practical aspects that you will really know and understand what is it that you really have to understand and gain from the theoretical aspects. So they go hand in hand, because at the end of the day, this is a mountaineering diploma course. It's not like a history honors course or a course in physics, which you're going to be doing indoors. So it is that outdoor learning and that indoor learning and that balance which has to come in at the right place, at the right fulcrum for everyone to enrich themselves. So I think it's a very, very important issue. So you must do well to understand what your trainers are doing, understand them. You must know why you're doing or what you're doing. Every question of yours, if you're going into the mountains and you're acclimatizing, why are you acclimatizing? What is the need to acclimatize? What happens if you don't acclimatize? So one is the physical aspect and the other is the cause and effect. So you people have to be fully trained, and for that, your mental faculties have to be as good as your physical faculties, and you have to really absorb what your teachers are teaching you. And like I said, that it is not only the practical aspect, but the other aspects which are going to be very, very important. Equally important is going to be the role of your faculty members. I have seen the GGIM instructors. I have interacted with them, and I've come to Pune, and after having seen them, I can only say that you will be having an excellent set of instructors. Like I said, and like I say, because I have also instructed in a whole lot of schools, that it's a two-way traffic between those who teach and those who learn. So therefore, it is extremely important that those who are willing to teach and who are teaching should cover everything, and those who are willing to learn absorb everything and much more. The responsibility is both equally, but the later half, that is the students, have to be really, really upbeat and must know that why they are doing and for what they are doing, and what is the purpose for what every action of theirs is why they're actually doing. So the faculty has an onerous responsibility, and I have no doubt that you will all come out with flying colors. The other issue is, of course, that in this course curriculum, you are going to be learning technical skills in the Sahyadris and in the Himalayas. You are going to be learning, your soft skills, but skills about climbing and mountaineering have to be supplemented by other skills. Okay, your soft skills, your leadership skills, your safety skills, your environmental skills. Okay, you have to know about the equipment. You have to know about so many other issues. So the scope of this course, to my mind, and 1 year is a long time if it is used well. So I think you will really have to look at these aspects. And as rightly someone said, that the syllabus which is prepared, while it is sacrosanct, but it cannot be dogmatic. It has to be a dynamic syllabus. And you will have to see that what are the changes that you need to make from time to time, and to make sure that it is in sync with the objectives of the course. So therefore, please, do the course correction as required, but also too much of tinkering may not be advisable. To my mind, my advice to you would be that to run this as a pilot course and see, what you really are going to, which are the aspects where you actually need to focus more. And subsequently, when you run other courses, this is, going to actually mature more. So probably in the next 2 to 3 years, this will really stabilize and give you the optimum results, what we are looking at. Similarly, the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, a lot of responsibility on you too, to make sure that, because this is a diploma course, while you are going to cover the basic mountaineering course, you have to actually cover much more than that. And the Himalayan flavor is what is really going to be the icing on the cake. So it's a win-win situation for all the stakeholders. Every stakeholder here has a lot to learn. To conclude, I will just say that, this course is a game changer because, like I said, on the success of this course, I have no doubt that other universities, other states are also going to follow your example, and they are actually going to be learning from you. So this is very important that, this course go off in a manner which you think is the best. And like I said, there will be a lot of learnings for the university, a lot of learnings for GGIM, a lot of learnings for students as you go along this. So this is going to be a game changer. It is going to be a game changer, not only in terms of those who qualify on this course. And after completing this course, the world of adventure is going to be open to you. You could get employment, you could become, it could help you in case anyone is going to become a mountain guide, because there's a formal Mountain Guides Association of India, which is also going to be coming up soon. And so this is going to be a course which is going to give you that overall insight into adventure. Not only mountaineering, of course, mountaineering is the mother of all adventure sports, but also an insight into the other aspects when you talk about trekking, rock climbing, equipment, safety, the other aspects are all going to come in a major way. The faculty, of course, has to be well prepared. You have to be dynamic. You have to be fully abreast with what is happening so that the best training can be imparted. And I look forward to actually seeing the students who pass out from this pilot course. And when one meets them, sometime next year, once they have completed this course, and more importantly, when one sees them performing on the mountains, whether they are there as guides or whether they are there as photographers or whether they are there as, in any capacity, that contribution, not only to, towards climbing, but also towards adventure growth is something which we'll all be looking forward to. Last but not the least, the message that I want to leave behind with you is that environmental care should be one of the most important concerns of this course, because as we see, there is a lot of things happening in the Himalaya which are not very desirable from the climate change point. We have vanishing glaciers. We have more people going out into the mountains. We need a more responsible conduct by all stakeholders. So understanding the fragile Himalayan environment is a very important issue, and it is something which needs to again be addressed as a core issue in your teachings. So once again, my congratulations to GGIM for conceiving this course and pushing this course. I know how hard Umesh has worked on this with absolutely commitment. For years they've been actually working on this, and similarly to Bhushan and all the members of the GGIM. My compliments again to the Savitribhai Pune University. The Vice Chancellor and the Pro-Vice Chancellor explained it very well as to how they are going to be supporting this course and what they really, where they actually want to see it going ahead. And of course, my compliments to the dynamic principal of the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Colonel Amit Bisht, for giving them this very important support. I have no doubt that this course is going to be a game changer. So once again, my best wishes for a very safe conduct. And all I can say is happy learning and happy adventuring to all of you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Abhay, sir. Thank you very much. And I must say, all the speakers who wished us the best luck for this course. I think this course will definitely be a very unique course. And ये जो भी अभी सारे dignitaries जिन्होंने जो बताया है वो हम सब याद रखेंगे, and we will follow their guidelines जो भी उन्होंने expectations बताए हैं from faculty, from students, from this entire course. We will definitely try to meet those expectations in all the aspects. So thank you very much, all the guests and all the honorable speakers. इसके बाद there's only last bit left of this today's meeting, because opening to ho gaya, lekin we should also know that when we are going to meet formally for the first class. All right, because like you all know that initially these are going to be online theory classes, and then we'll meet for practical classes on field. So what is going to be the structure of that? Who is going to conduct all those things? And when are we going to meet next? तो ये सारे questions के सवाल अभी आपको मिलेंगे. I request Vivek Shivde, who is also renowned mountaineer, and he's also avid mountaineer, I would say, and he's basically head of designing of all the content and syllabus which we are doing for this course. So I hand it over to Vivek to tell us about brief schedule of the course. Vivek.
Hello and very good morning to all of you. I'm sure all of you are very excited for the course. I'll quickly head to the actual program, which our first semester of which is starting from 18th October. So to begin with, you can see the Department of Physical Education building. This is where the entire administration process and all admission payment fees related process take place. So in case anyone has any issues with admission process and fees payment and all, they can get in touch with Department of Physical Education at Savitribai Phule, Pune University. Moving to the next slide. Let's look at how the first semester theory program is going to be like. So as mentioned earlier, our first semester is commencing from 18th October 2021 till 24th January 2022. Now, all the theory lectures of first semester will be conducted online during 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Monday to Friday. Now, there are primarily two slots for actual theory sessions, which is slot 1 is 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and slot 2 is 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. slot is reserved for all doubts clearing and revision related purposes, and it will be optional. Those who wish to join, they can join. Apart from these theory lectures, we will be conducting a few practical sessions simultaneously. And these practical sessions will primarily cover fitness sessions. And these fitness sessions will be conducted in the mornings on Friday during 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Now, the semester 1 theory exam will take place during 19th to 21st Jan 2022. Now, you might be wondering, what about the practicals and actual practical examination? So, during 24th December to 2nd January 2022, we will be conducting all the practical sessions of semester 1 as well as the practical examination. These practicals and the exam will take place in our beloved Sahyadri ranges. So you will be learning all rock climbing, all entire rock craft in this course. At the end of the course, at the end of the practical training, there will be practical examination that will take place during those slots itself. So you don't have to take any special additional vacations. So I would request all participants to book these dates from 24th December 2021 to 2nd January 2022 for practical training and practical examination purposes. Moving to the next slide. Yes, this is a very interesting part of the entire course. The second semester, which begins from 1st February 2022, will have 24 days of dedicated Himalayan training program at prestigious Nehru Institute of Mountaineering in Uttarkashi. So we have shared dates of the course with you so that you can book those dates and plan your vacations accordingly. Moving to the next slide. Yes, it's a very beautiful campus at Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, where you will be learning all snowcraft, icecraft, glacier negotiation, and high altitude terminologies. So it will be 24 days of high altitude training where you will be where you will be undergoing your basic mountaineering training. So I wish you all the best for this new venture, and happy Dasra to all of you, and see you on 18th of October. If anyone has any doubts, I'm sure probably you might be having, but we can have these question and answers over. You can call us directly on our phones. Bhushan Harshe and I, Vivek Shivde, we will be there to address all your doubts. So I'll hand over to Bhushan. He will conclude the program.
Thank you, Vivek, and thank you, everyone. I hope you all are excited for the first day of the course when we meet for the first lecture. And I know today's program was largely one way, and it was not where we could interact with every student. But the classes are going to be interactive, definitely, as they're expected. But to conclude this program, I must thank
Bhushan, just a
the
minute.
dignitaries who spared their.
Hello, Bhushan.
Hello.
This is Umarani.
sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Dr. Umarani, sir. Bola.
Please allow me to join in Nehru Institute of Mountaineering in the month of March for 2-3 days.
Sure,
Definitely,
sir.
sir. Definitely. All right. So,
all the best. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much to Dr. Nitin Karmalkar, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much, Pro VC Dr. Umrani, sir. Thank you very much, Brigadier Ashok Abbey, sir, for your valuable time. And thank you very much for Colonel Amit Bisht, sir, for sparing your valuable time. And also, I must thank all the admin staff, Dr. Vishnu Petkar, sir, Deepak Gole, sir, from GGIM, we have Chandan Chavan, sir, Umesh Jirpe, sir, and Vivek, and all who made this program happen. And of course, all the faculty members who joined here. Today, we had a lot of all the faculty members almost, which we also have Ushaprabha Page ma'am, who is the founder of Giripremi Institute. So thank you, Usha Tai. Thank you, Anand Palande, sir. Anand Palande, who is also one of the founding members of Giripremi. So both of them joined today's meeting. We also have Devidatta Panda, sir, who is here. And I also thank him for joining today's meeting. So once again, thank you, everyone. And
Bhushan, lastly, Deepak Mane, sir, from SPPU, Director of Sports and Education. Thank you, Mane, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, everyone. So we'll conclude today's program, today's meeting, and we'll meet on 18th of October for the class. Thank you.
Okay, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you.
You sir. Thank you.
Okay.